Hey team, here's a workout I just did today that I wanted to share with you and hopefully you could have some fun with. I started out with a basic warm-up and I'll post that video for you so you can see some of the moves that at least the Midtown Stompers use and that I use as a pre-workout warm-up. And for the workout, we did a 1 mile sprint, so that's as fast as you can go for 1 mile. We did 50 flutter kicks, 50 kettlebell swings, 50 hollow rocks, and I added 50 jumping pull-ups, which I'll walk you through what that is. But why I like this workout is it focuses on our core work, and it also focuses on using our legs and our glutes for those kettlebell swings, which is really good for all the aerials that require that explosive movement. So I hope you have fun. So for a flutter kick, you're going to come here on the ground, and you can either have your hands underneath your butt, or you can lay on the side here. I keep my upper abs engaged and my lower body so that only my lower back is into the mat. And then every other one counts as 1 rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if that's too hard or you can't keep your lower back into the ground, just put your hands underneath your butt, and then you should be able to make this nice engaged position where your entire abs are engaged, holding your body up. And 1, 2, 3, and you want 50 of those. So the kettlebell swing is one of my favorite exercises for leaders to teach them how to really use their glutes and their legs to make a follow weightless in the air, to generate that pop that we're looking for in aerials. And that helps teach them that concept of making the follow weightless. And then follows, I'll give you exercises that you can do to keep your core engaged so that you can stay tight during some of those moves. But for the kettlebell swing, which is great for leaders or followers for the record, I'm going to take the kettlebell here and I bring my feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And I'm going to start, you can start with it on the ground. And as I pick up this kettlebell, I send my hips back and my back is straight. My arms are going to stay straight, and then I stand up. And as I do that, how I generate the swing in the kettlebell swing is I use my hips. You can just get used to this motion by pushing your hips and letting the kettlebell move out. Not with your arms, with what you generate with your hips. And once you get comfortable with that, you can take it and you come down, and my hips drive that kettlebell up and my arms follow through. It's not me lifting with my arms, and it's not me pulling with my arms. It's me setting the kettlebell back with my hips and driving it straight up each time, and I follow through with my arms as my hips generate all of that energy. If it's too hard or too scary to bring it over your head, you can use the kettlebell swing just up to eye level, which comes like this, back and up, up, and your hips absorb the energy as it comes back down, not your arms. So that's the kettlebell swing. So for the hollow rock, it's an exercise that I will talk about a lot because why I like it is it replicates the position that at least followers make in the air in a lot of the aerials. So we're gonna, in the ground, the position we're gonna make is this engaged, not flat, almost like a banana, where my body is here. It's similar to what I would make in the air if I was jumping up, and I would come here. I want this shape, this nice hollow shape. Oftentimes before I come into a ball in the air, I'm gonna hit this full extension, and then I'm gonna crunch. So for the hollow rock, I'm gonna rock like a bowl as one piece. So my body is moving together. It's not this, it's not this, and it's not this. It's one piece. And I engage and I hold it all together and I try and move as one. So for the jumping pull-up, you have a lot of different options with that. If you have a park that has a bar or some kind of thing that you can hang from, you can do it at the park. I have a pull-up bar that I use here at my house, or obviously a lot of gyms have them. Not everyone's strong enough to do a full pull-up, and I understand that. If you are though, and you want to, what I want you to think about is your hands go on the bar, And you get a nice grip, thumb over your fingers, and you're gonna do a full hang, but not hang down. I want your shoulder blades engaged. And from here, you can cross your feet and pull straight up and straight down. If you can't do that, and in this workout, what I did is I used a chair or a bench or whatever you have. And you can actually use this to help you get up. And so I put one foot on it, and I use that to help drive me up, and then I come down. You can do that, or you can actually use it to jump off of, like I listed in this workout. So 1, 2, and 3. And you want your chin to come over the bar, keep your shoulder blades nice and engaged, and keep a good grip on the bar. There's a lot of different carries you can do with the kettlebell, and they all work different things. So you have this nice handle, and you can either do what we call a farmer's carry, where we just carry it here by our side, or in this workout, what we're gonna focus on is doing a front carry. So I actually bring it up, and I kind of rest it here on my arm and on my forearm, and I'm gonna walk with this. It's a total of 200 meters, so I did 100 meters down with one arm, and then I switched it, and I came back with the other arm. And that's just a good shoulder stability. It actually activates this entire side of my obliques to hold that up, and it strengthens my wrist to be able to just carry load there without having to be upside down. So I think this is a great exercise for your shoulders and your core, and just getting used to having load on your body on an uneven side of your body.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud, we never relaxing. Outcast is everlasting, not clashing, not at all. But see, my nigga went to do a little acting. Now that's for anyone asking. Give me one pass 'em, drip, drip, drop, there it goes an orgasm.
And so for the cool down, what I wanted to focus on for myself was my hamstrings, my hip flexors, my shoulders, and my lats. So I just did some wide hamstring stretches. I came wide, came forward, hung down, and just shake it out back and forth. You can hold that for 30 to 40 seconds. Roll up, stretch out your right hip flexor. It's a runner's stretch. So when I'm doing the runner's stretch, I'm going to keep this knee over my front ankle. I'm going to try and straighten out my back leg as best I can. And I think about driving my hip down while I drive my heel back. You can hold this by itself. You can bring your arms behind you and pull your arms up and stretch out your chest at the same time. You can bring your arms overhead and stretch back, which will get more into that hip flexor. You can bring it over to the left side and the right side. You can pull on that wrist a little bit as you do this to kind of pull out any sort of compression that might have come from that kettlebell. And switch. Same thing, knee over my ankle, straight back leg, heel driving back, hip driving, thinking about straight down, and I'm setting my hips straight forward. On this one, I'm going to bring my left arm across, and my right arm across. Hold those for like 30 seconds each. And my tricep, come up and pull down. Breathe and switch. Awesome, shake it out. Grab your arms and twist, twist, twist. Twist your upper body, lower, against your lower body. Shake all that out. Give yourself some huggers. And I'll show you what I do with the PVC pipe and how to stretch out your lats and your chest. So I grab the PVC pipe with my fingers on top of it, and you can come wide or narrow, however narrow you need to go, so that you can come all the way through in one motion with your arms straight. I don't want to see this, none of that. That means you need to come wider. Our goal is to be completely straight and to relax into this. And the wider I go, I actually feel it on the sides of my wrists. The more narrow I go, I feel it into my biceps and my wrists and my shoulders and my chest and all of this, these areas. So A great warm-up is 20 of these, or cool down, either way. And then once you have it, you can take it, bring your body together, and in a line, come down to the side. I like to put it down on the ground and come and stretch out my entire side body. I can bend one leg and get into that lat and into my shoulders. And you can switch sides, do the same thing on the other side and pull. You can push against it, and then you'll feel that pull in your lat. That's really awesome. And then you can put the PVC pipe behind you, grab it with your palms facing your body, and do the same thing the other way. So I'm actually gonna come up and around and hang down here and feel that in my forearms and my elbows, and come back and forward and back. And then what I also like to do is I actually grab the PVC pipe behind my shoulder. So right hand, right shoulder, and then I use my left hand to grab underneath my shoulder, and as with my shoulder kind of facing, my elbow facing forward, I pull the PVC pipe up while I still have a grip on it. And if I keep my rib cage down instead of arching, if I keep my rib cage in a straight body and create this line, you'll feel this all the way into your rotator cuff, your lat, your tricep, and your wrists. And you can switch. So I take the PVC pipe behind my left shoulder, my left hand, and I pull up with my right hand. Not letting my elbow splay out, but trying to keep my elbow forward. And I breathe. Keep your body straight. Rib cage over your hips. And then for the final stretch, one of my other favorites, is you take the PVC pipe in your left hand, grab it with your right hand, and pull down and stretch out that left tricep. Breathe. And you can pull up and stretch the front of your right shoulder. Make sure your shoulder doesn't pop up. Keep your shoulder blade down. Everything engaged. And then pull up. Pull back down. And up. And switch. So right arm grabs up top. Left hand on the bottom. And pull down. Same concept as before. You can use your head to push back. Make sure you're not bending. And just sit into that stretch and breathe. And then pull up. And those are some of my favorite exercises with the PVC pipe. Thanks.